Final Fantasy X Magic: The Gathering, a deep dive into the ultimate crossover right. Let's talk about something massive. Final Fantasy is officially coming to Magic: The Gathering. This isn't just another Universes Beyond set. This is two of the most legendary fantasy franchises of all time colliding in a way that could reshape both games forever. And today, we're breaking it all down: mechanics, lore, how it fits into Magic's color identity, and just how deep this set can go. So, let's start with the mechanics. Magic has always been phenomenal at adapting new IPs while keeping their core essence intact. The real question is, how do you take a series as expansive as Final Fantasy, filled with summons, job classes, and iconic characters, and make it feel like Magic? The answer lies in three major elements: legendary creatures, spells, and the evolution of characters. First, the legendary creatures. There is absolutely no doubt that every major protagonist and villain from across the series will get their own legendary card. Expect Cloud, Sephiroth, Squall, Zidane, Tidus, and Noctis, each with abilities that reflect their iconic roles. But what about the villains? Magic thrives on well-designed, powerful antagonists, and Final Fantasy is full of them. Kefka, the mad god of destruction, will he be a planeswalker, or will he function like an Eldrazi titan, warping the game as he enters? What about Sin, the embodiment of destruction? And let's not forget Emet-Selch, one of the greatest antagonists in modern Final Fantasy lore. His design alone could be game-changing. Then we have summons. Magic already has a great way to represent massive, world-shaking beings through mechanics like Eldrazi, dragons, and sagas. But Final Fantasy summons aren't just giant creatures, they're momentous, often game-changing events. So how do you balance them? Do they act like sagas, entering the battlefield and unfolding effects over multiple turns? Do they function like modal spells, giving you different effects based on the situation? Or do we get a brand new summoning mechanic, something that lets you bring forth Bahamut, Ifrit, or Shiva at the perfect moment for a devastating effect? And then there's the materia system. If we're looking at artifacts in this set, you better believe materia, magicite, and crystals are front and center. But how does that work? One way to implement materia is through equipable enchantments. Maybe creatures can slot materia, gaining new spellcasting abilities. Or maybe there's an entirely new spell mechanic, allowing you to attach materia to your deck's legendary creatures, customizing their abilities just like in the games. Let's talk color identity, because this is where things really get interesting. Final Fantasy's world is built on different character archetypes, and Magic's 5-color system is perfect for representing them. White, this is the realm of the pure-hearted heroes. White mages, paladins, and characters like Cecil, the warrior of light, and Yuna would all fall here. White embodies justice, order, and healing, the core of many Final Fantasy protagonists. Blue, the realm of intelligence, strategy, and magic. This is where black mages live, Vivi, Lulu, and the scholars of the world. It's also the domain of cold, calculating antagonists like Hojo and Ultimecia. Magic is power, and blue mages have perfected that craft. Black, the path of ambition, darkness, and tragedy. Sephiroth, Golbez, and Arden fit this mold. This is the color of power at any cost, of anti-heroes and villains alike. But it's also the realm of resurrection and forbidden knowledge, exactly what Final Fantasy's darker themes embody. Red, passion, chaos, and untamed power. This is the home of Ifrit, Phoenix, and the dragoons like Kain and Freya. It's the realm of explosive, aggressive fighters, Auron, Tifa, and even rebels like Balthier and Zidane. It's a color of freedom, defying fate, and that's a huge part of Final Fantasy's identity. Green, nature, primal forces, and the cycle of life. This is the color of the lifestream, the Espers and the Mughals and Chocobos. The summoners and elementalists of Final Fantasy fit perfectly into Green's philosophy, where the world itself is alive and magic is a force of nature. Beyond that, we have sagas. Magic's storytelling mechanics have never been stronger, and Final Fantasy is a story-driven series. Every major entry could have a saga card representing its pivotal moments. Meteor's Fall could be a slow-building destruction spell. The Crystal Prophecy could tutor legendary creatures into play. Sin's Rebirth could exile everything, then bring back a monstrous entity to replace them. These moments define Final Fantasy, and Magic's Saga mechanic is the perfect way to capture them. Then there's Limit Breaks, a mechanic that could be absolutely insane in Magic. What if certain creatures gain a special effect if they've been damaged enough? Maybe a Cloud card starts out as a solid fighter, but after losing life, he unlocks Omnislash, dealing massive damage in one final attack. This could be represented by a mechanic where creatures level up or gain an ability if certain conditions are met, just like in Final Fantasy's battle system. And what about jobs? The job class system is iconic, and Magic could easily implement a system where creatures can change jobs mid-game. Maybe certain cards gain new abilities if you pay a cost, like turning a generic warrior into a dragoon with flying and first strike, or turning a monk into a black belt, making their damage unpreventable. The possibilities are endless. This set isn't just another Universes Beyond, it's a celebration of two legendary franchises that have shaped gaming and storytelling for decades. If Wizards of the Coast gets this right, this will be one of the greatest crossovers in TCG history. The worlds of Final Fantasy are vast, diverse, and thematically rich, making them perfect for adaptation into Magic's gameplay. Whether you're a longtime Magic player, Final Fantasy veteran, or both, get ready. Because when these cards drop, the multiverse will never be the same.